Good evening, folks. How is everyone? As always, I hope you're doing well. You know, you're my people. Love you. I just want you to be the big three. I want you healthy, happy, safe. You know what I want from me? Like, share, remind, thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe. I never tell you to subscribe. And so I'm getting more views and nobody's subscribing. My subscriber count is. Also, buy me a beer link will be down below. If you would care to donate, I would be more than thankful. All right, today let's take a look at something I grabbed from the Costco. This is Dragoon Brewing's IPA, one of their regulars. Their webpage tells me that we're looking at a West Coast, so it's a westy. The ABV is 7.3 and the IBUs are 83. 83. Again, those are just like dare beers, man. No reason for anything to be that bitter unless she catches you tapping her sister. And even that. All right, there's your crack. Let's do the pour. See if I can manage to not wear my beer today. There we go. That's a really nice head. Looks like we've got some nice cascading going on as the head comes down. Nice and frothy too. Let's loosen that a notch and a notch more. There we go. Nice frothy head. So how is everyone doing today? As always, I hope you're doing well. Let's straighten this back out so I don't give you vertigo. Eyeballs are always nice. So, Westy, 7.3, 83 for the IBUs. That's well outside of my comfort zone. This is a true West Coast IPA, pale in color. That's a rich gold. Pale is not a word I would use to describe that. With bracing bitterness, high alcohol content, about 7.3, and fruity floral citrus hop aroma. Well, I'm good with fruity floral citrusy hops. That works for me. We're sitting at 54. So, I'm going to pause this for a second. You're going to toss the leftovers in this can in the freezer, and we'll get a colder look at it. All right, by the time we're done, I should be able to pull that out without it freezing over. Scusi. Look at that. That laces beautifully. That is one clingy beer right there, my friends. Let's get that nose in. It's Biden time. I'm not really getting floral and citrus. Not really getting a whole lot of anything. A little earthy. Kind of a dank smell, but not the hippy dippy shaggy Scooby Doo, too many Scooby snacks dank smell. So I'm wondering if there aren't that many terps in here. I'll tell you what, need a good laugh, watch this. Like an ice cream friggin' float. I like that. All right, let's slip of the tongue, see what we got. Bitter. Moderately dirty. Medium fast. Medium fast to fast. Bitterness really kicks on the back end as those oils just hang in there. And I'm not getting a citrus or a floral. And it's only lightly piney. It's weird. and it's got an odd vacant nose. Dude, at this temperature, this beer should be exploding with aroma. $57.4, $57.6, right? So let's let this sit for a second and come back to her at 60. Let's read what else we found on the interwebs. It is made from simple malt bill, North American base, and pale caramel. Okay. We use copious amounts of Northwest hops all throughout the boil, with most of it going in within the last 15 minutes. After fermentation is complete, we dry hop it with approximately 1 boatload of each of the same hop varieties, which are, so Northwest, what's it going to be? Cascade? Chinook? Doesn't bother to tell us. All right, so bye-bye. So I used the search engine, and that gave us Dragoon Brewing Company uses a Northwest hops, a blend of Northwest hops for their Dragoon IPA. The specific hop varieties cited across multiple sources include Summit, Columbus, Magnum, Zithos. Some reviews and recipe approximations also list Apollo and Nugget. Okay. These hops are used copiously throughout the boil, blah, blah, blah. That's what we got. All right. Well, you know, at least somebody was willing to tell us what the hell's going on in here. It's a little warm out today. I think we were supposed to hit 95 today. And right now the beer is at 58.6. So we've got a moment or two. I hope you guys are doing well. I put up another garden update today. Richie Nebel down in Florida. If you're watching this, how you doing, Rich? Did you put in a garden? You're in Florida, dude. You can grow year round down there like out here. Let's see why you wouldn't. While I was treating my aphids today with a cayenne garlic tincture extraction, whatever. Garlic and cayenne in a bucket full of water, and then you let it steep for a little while, and you pour it around the roots, and the plants suck it up. And apparently it makes the bugs go away. Well, I'm sitting there, though, I watch a yellow jacket go. It goes right down into my basil plant, and I'm like, oh, yeah, you go, boy, because, you know, yellow jackets are predators, right? And he pulls this little tiny green caterpillar out that's been munching on my plants, and I'm like, you may come back whenever you wish and dying the hell out of those things. Drive me crazy. So, I don't know. We will see if the garlic and cayenne gets the aphids off my plants. I don't like using chemicals if I can avoid it. And we have 59.9. So at 59.9, I'm going to call that 60 as we round up. Let's see what we have now. Like I said, I don't think we'll be out here very long. All right, I'm starting to get a little citrus, more like stone. It's a 60-degree beer. Am I supposed to drink this around a campfire in the winter? The bitterness is still there. Would I have called this an 83? Oh, I might now. I wouldn't have earlier. You know, I shot the short yesterday after I shot the long form, because short always gets less luck, right? And I just didn't like the long form, so we reshot today. I saved one can of this for Agave Ed if he wants to show up tomorrow. He could drink this crap. I don't like this beer. There is nothing in this beer that really works for me. So that flavor packet is just pretty much blown away by the bitter. I don't get citrus. I don't really get floral. It's basically a pine spine, but even that isn't particularly forward. I wonder if the problem was they put too many different varietals in here, and in doing so they start to cancel each other out on the flavor profile. You know me, a horrible beer snob. I like to see some progression in my flavor, but there's none here. So, and it's bitter. Yeah, none of this is the type of beer I like to drink. But I'm going to go check the beer in the freezer and see what temperature that's down to. If it's down into the 40s, then we will come back and we will shoot that and wrap this up. I'll be right back. Alrighty, my friends. We'll say this. It's going to suck when the super flare wipes out the world. But 40, 39, 40, 39, 40, somewhere in there. It's where we want it. Nice and cold. Glass, of course, is warm, so the temperature is going to spike. Yeah, so what, we got 5 to 10 years before the grid goes down and cold beer goes out the window, unless you live in some place where it's cold. Might want to start working on some warm beer recipes, maybe. All right, in the glass, we're looking at 43, 43.7. So, right below the Snubbo approved 44 to 48 recommended imbibing temperature crapola that they feed people. Luckily, my friends, we are rebels and we'll never be any good, and we will drink our beer the way we like it. Biden time. Let's get that sniffer in there. If anything, the nose has gotten even softer and dropped right off the scale. Earthy, maybe a little dank. Yeah, I'm gonna go with earthy. It's even got like a dirt note to it. Although at this temperature, the mouth feels a lot better. Before, we just literally had soft palate. We didn't even have intradental. Now we've got soft palate, intradental, little leakage out into the buccals. It's the very tip of the tongue is all that's involved, nothing sublingually. Bitter. I don't understand the bitter fascination, but you do you, man. Yeah, so that citrus floral package that they tried to put in there, I don't know what happened. I'm not getting it, though. I don't particularly care for this beer. All right. We are already looking at 50 degrees. So we're going to call it at 50. Okay. This will be our last go around. And then we will wrap it up. It's a dirty beer, by the way. It's very cloying. I mean, they definitely put enough hops in here so that the amount of oils just, oof, they cling. Dedicate the rest of that beer to the brothers that couldn't be here with us. Mouthfeel has shrunk. We're back to soft palate. Not a whole lot on the intradentals. Still just tip of the tongue. Still hits the back of the throat. And it bitters up and gets dirty. I don't know if I would have called this an 83, but they were the ones that brewed it. Maybe it is. One I drank yesterday for the short, I would have said she was about 35. Changing my mind. Today? No. No, 35 is a drinkable beer, and this is way beyond my tolerance for the bitter. I don't know if I'd have gone with 83, but not the Brewmeister, not my beer. So, buy this beer again? No. Drink this beer again? No. Try it on tap? Just a short. Just a taster. Handed this to me out of the cooler, I hand it back to you. They have beers more suited to my palate in their brewery. We have drank them before. We've done Santa Cruzа, we did Floresita. I think we've done other ones too, just don't remember off the top of my head. But no. Is it good for the style? You know, it's really not. Right? And we've done enough Westies on here. And when I think Westy, I think really, really piney and punch. And I don't know if they were trying to pull back away from that. I mean, they definitely bumped the IBUs up, but no. So, flavor profile is not interesting whatsoever. There's no real delineation. There's no real progression. It's overly bitter considering it's not balanced. Then again, I understand. They're doing dare beer where it's like, my IBU is bigger than your IBU. Yeah, we'll put it out on the table and then we'll talk afterwards. No. 375. 375 is as far as I'm willing to go for this, and I'm being generous because they're local. As you can see, we try to support local breweries whenever possible. They are out of Tucson. The mountain range on the can, by the way, those are the Dragoon Mountains. And there's your little map of Arizona, and you see down here is Tucson, and I'm up around here somewhere in Maricopa County. I think they're Cochise, Coconino's further north, so yeah, they're Cochise County. We do a lot of Indian things out here. It's the desert Southwest. Go figure. 375 is the best we're going to get this. I wouldn't recommend this unless this is really your thing, and there are better Westies out there than this is. Just saying. I'm not shitting on their brewery. I like their brewery. Don't like this beer. So, thanks for coming by. Putting some eyeballs on. You are my people, and I love you. I want you to be the big three, my friends. I want you healthy. I want you happy. I want you safe, honorable, dutiful, vigilant, gray man, hand swivel, hot and handy. Hot and handy comes with its own laundry list of responsibilities, but that is on you to make sure that you know what you are doing. Especially as the world continues to just spit at the flux. Buy me a beer link is active. And you guys are watching the videos. Apparently you like them enough because my subscriber count is not going up to match the amount of people watching the videos. So do me a favor, even if you don't want them every week. Hit subscribe. Turn the bell on if you want them. Turn it off if you don't. But it helps me grow the channel, and I would appreciate it. And again, if you wish to donate to help me buy more swag, or more gear, or shit for the garden, or more beer, well, there's a buy me a beer link right at the bottom. It's right at the top of the description. All you do is click it and donate, and it is appreciated. As I went over with Ed, $5 buys you just a beer. Okay? Then you get a shout out. $10 is a you call it kind of thing, but please double check to see what the prices are on the beer. So if you donate $10, but you want me to drink a $30 bottle of Goose Island, more you people need to donate before I can do $30 bottles of Goose Island for a $10 donation. He just spun this shit up in the air. I have no idea what the fuck he's going on. I think there's a monthly thing too. If you want to do that, that would be awesome. I appreciate it. You know, I love you fuckers, and I'm here all the time for you. So, if you got questions, hit me up. Comments, hit me up. If you're gonna say you're fat and you have no hair, Well, yeah, okay. We know this already. Yeah. Not like I don't own a mirror. Not like I'm not looking into a camera. But if you want to do that, go for it. What the fuck do I care? Hey, yeah, I love you anyway, man. There's too much hate in the world, and we're not putting any more in there. So maybe we can turn you around. Okay, my friends, I hate to toast you with a beer that I do not like, but that is what we have. So, big three, my friends. Skol. Maybe a hint of citrus in there, but not enough to make this beer drinkable. Adios, AMF. Adios, motherfuckers.